Here again with another Shameless Season 8 episode review video. Before I get into that though, pretty important if you aren't caught up to the point where I am every once you're watching Shameless, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that happens to be the case, you find out that you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And for all of you out there that are wondering, I have seen Shameless all the way through at least one time. Some episodes I've seen more than others. So let's discuss this show. The show, for the most part, is really good. The first 7 seasons were awesome. I'm seeing a slight drop-off in this season thus far, and I know the final 2 seasons are terrible in my opinion, but hey, maybe my opinion will change, but definitely join me on the journey and let's discuss this show in the comment section. And remember, I have a playlist with all the episode reviews of Shameless. Check it out. With all that in mind, this will be Shameless Season 8, Episode 5. The title of this episode is called The Miseducation of Liam Fergus Beircheart Gallagher. Long title, and this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. So Carl is attending to his prisoner, or the guy that was doing the burglary, robbery things in the basement. He's really pissed that he stole from a veteran. Lip bangs Eddie again and gets slapped a bunch of times, and this is at the Gallagher house, and everybody's wondering what's going on there. Frank talks about boning the parents at Liam's school, as they haven't been boned properly in a long time. Nobody seems to be interested in Frank's promotion at work, except for Liam, of course. Carl and Ian go on a run, and Carl does not look any bit in shape for being this, Marine guy versus Ian. Frank flirts with another mom from Liam's school. Debbie sings to Frankie, or in front of Frankie. Fiona talks to Margot about this church that she wants to get. Carl intimidates his hostage/prisoner. His scholarship that he was given has actually been given to somebody else because they have more Native American in them than Carl. Carl volunteers to empty and clean the grease trap at Patsy's. V's furious that Svetlana isn't paying her and Kevin right. Now what Svetlana's doing is paying them 50% and herself 50%, when V wants it 33 for her, 33 for Kevin, and 33% for Svetlana. So she thinks because she works more hours and Kevin V only work that many hours total, that's how it should be split up. Fiona wants Mel to find out why people pulled out of getting the church, and Mel wants her to apologize for being a mega cunt. Mel declines, even though Fiona apologizes. Fiona talks to a real estate agent about the church. She gets some information from her. Lip holds Brad's baby. Brad tells Lip that, with all the shits going on, with all the lack of sleep I'm getting, you need to find another sponsor. Frank's told that Liam failed an exam at school, and then V is getting annoyed with Kev, doesn't want him to be that Kentucky redneck anymore that he's being. He's walking around with overalls on and playing a banjo and a hat on. Lip has sex with Eddie again at the shop. This time she chokes him instead of slapping him as he comes. Debbie and her welding friends toast to shitty moms. Fuck shitty moms. Fiona only gives Carl $150 for all the work that he did, cleaning out the grease trap and the work that he did at the church. Ian and Trevor make out and have a little fun. Ian says it's a good time. Trevor says, you caught me off guard. Liam wants Frank to read to him before bedtime, remember, Frank right now is completely sober and being a very good father. It's a little weird. It makes the show less interesting because Frank's not doing crazy shit. Debbie is hungover and pukes in the morning because of all the drinks that she had with her buddies. Carl takes Fiona's car and does Uber. He charges $10 less than everybody else. Brad wants to bash his baby's head in with a hammer because of how many times he's having to get up and take care of it at night. Don't have a baby if you can't take care of it. That's the responsibility it comes. Use protection if that's what you don't want to deal with. Frank bangs one of the moms from the school at his place of work. And then Svetlana pulls in a lot more money during her shift. V says it's due to illegal shit, and Svetlana says that she'll stop the illegal shit if she'll fuck her. V says that ship is sailed, and then Svetlana pulls V's skirt down and goes to work, and V doesn't resist at that point. V tells Kev that Svetlana tried to use sex with her to get her way, and it worked. Trevor goes to see Ian at work. Debbie asks Celia if she can watch Franny for a couple nights so her and her coworkers can go on a little getaway. And then we have Cammy, who is holding Franny, somebody that Debbie's never seen before. And Celia says that that's Derek's girlfriend, and that Derek is here, that came in town to surprise Celia for her birthday. And then Derek walks in, kind of a, whoa, we haven't seen Derek for a while moment. And he's like, hey, Deb, Franny got big, so big. And Deb's like, yeah, that happens. And then Debbie doesn't want to sit down and takes Franny and leaves. Ian tries to blackmail the generous donator that he knows from the fairy tale. So this guy was giving Trevor money and made a generous donation, and Ian's like, I know him from somewhere. He's a guy that gets blowjobs at the fairy tale, the gay club that Ian worked out. And turns out he's trying to blackmail him, like, I'm going to tell, your wife about what you do. And it turns out his wife knows about it and is okay with it, and has heard how amazing Ian is. And she asks how much he wants, and he's like $30,000. And then his wife, this guy's wife, wants to know if his talents extend both ways. Come on, do it for the kids. And then Ian is going to go in there as he goes in there because he wants to, get the money for the kids. And that, of course, would make Trevor really happy. Although that would be cheating on Trevor because they're kind of back together now. But hey, whatever the case may be, I don't remember what happens with all that. I just know he turns into gay Jesus eventually. But Carl is going to let his prisoner go as he's completed a detox. Eddie informs Lip that Brad's around the corner. Brad is at a bar. He's relapsed. Brad is going to drive wasted. Lip says your kid needs you, and Brad clocks Lip, and then he tackles him. Lip doesn't fight back because Brad is his friend. He's just having a bad moment here, but he wasn't able to do anything to stop him, so Brad drives home wasted. Debbie's doing ecstasy, I believe, with Franny sitting in the car watching her in the... I can't remember what the long-haired guy that she's likes his name. And then Liam, with all Frank's, maneuvering and what Frank suggested to the school, he gets an A on his next project or his next test. This is the point that Frank is making about the liberal elites. Let's not talk about liberal politics right now because it's absolutely terrible. And then Carl's prisoner returns to the Gallagher house. His girlfriend needs Carl's detox special. He gives Carl $5,000, which was from his parents, and Carl would get another $2,500, I should say, if he helps his girlfriend. Nice job, Carl, and he needed $12,000 to get that scholarship. So he's going to be more than halfway there if he helps the girlfriend. Kevin V tells Svetlana what they want. Ian has the money for Margot. And then Fiona yells at Ian, find another fucking church. And then V gave in to sex with Svetlana again. So it's going to be 50% for V and Kev and 50% for Svetlana instead of 33, 33, and 33. And that's what ends this episode of Shameless. So pretty good episode, but not to the standards of how it's been. I'm going to score the episode an 8.4 out of 10. And then we have a lot of standout characters, I think, in this episode. We have Lip, we have Ian, we have Carl, we have Frank. They all did good, even Liam. And then for the females, you have Fiona, you have Debbie, you have V, you have Svetlana, all doing interesting stuff and making the episode really, really entertaining. So yeah, it's a standout character. All characters did really good in this particular episode of Shameless. So you've heard everything that I had to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Shameless and you want to help me out, with the YouTube algorithm. Please consider Hulk smashing the like button, share the video with a friend, put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of Shameless. Let me know what you would score it and who your characters of the episode would be. I had a lot this one. It was too hard to decide. And then, of course, I do have a Shameless playlist on this channel, so if you want to check that out, if there's a certain episode that you want to hear me talk about, just go to the playlist and find what one you're looking for. Click right here for my Shameless series finale wrap video, assuming that you've seen every single episode of the TV show Shameless. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel. You are watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDEV TV.